The Continental Grip is the ideal grip for a beginner, particularly beginners who want to use the yellow ball. Now, what's the yellow ball? The yellow ball is the standard tennis ball. There's also the red ball, the orange ball, and the green ball, which is the standard play and stay or quick start progression tennis balls. But if you want to use the yellow ball and you want to start as a beginner with the yellow ball, if you're a coach and you're teaching with the yellow ball, the Continental Grip is the ideal grip, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. Because if you watch every other video, this is very important, if you watch every other video on beginner tennis lessons, they want you to use what's known as an Eastern grip. And that's what you learn as well as a coach. If you don't know that, if you're not a coach, this is what they teach, and it's absolutely wrong. So here I am looking at the volley. Now with the exception of the volley is taught with a Continental Grip. But typically you wouldn't start off with a volley like this. You'd start off with short tennis. So here's your line. Here's your short tennis line. If we drove the whole way across, and then we have play a little game inside this space. And here's me with my Continental Grip. And you can see that's what it would look like. Now, if you're a coach and you're playing this game, or if you're an experienced player and you're playing this game with a beginner, you would probably use a Continental Grip. So why wouldn't the learner use a Continental Grip? And some people would say that it's more difficult. Well, let's see if that's true. Now you can see here, if you use a Continental Grip, more likely than not, your contact point is going to be perpendicular to your side there. Okay, and you can see how my racket face is. When the ball comes and it makes contact, it's going to make contact right here, perpendicular to myself. It's not going to make contact out in front. Now this could be why people teach beginners to use the Eastern, because an Eastern grip will be a more natural grip to make contact here, out in front. However, the biggest problem that beginners face is tracking the ball, and typically they'll track the ball late. You can see here, if I was a beginner and I was tracking the ball late, I'm going to make contact here, and I'm going to use a Continental Grip. Now, if the player is more experienced or has sport experience, etc., maybe the Eastern Grip would work for them. But I'm willing to guess, and with my experience as a tennis coach, many years, they more likely than not will start off late hitting the ball. And when you use a Continental Grip, it's not really late at all, because you can see with a Continental Grip you can make contact even back here. You can make contact anywhere in this zone here, which is where you're going to make contact as a beginner. So the Continental Grip becomes the ideal grip. And even Rafa Nadal, if you haven't seen that video, I have that in my playlist. He has stated that he started playing tennis with a Continental Grip. And this is the reason why. And if we continue this here, let's back it up, come back to the volley. Really, why would you use one of the reasons why you would use a Continental Grip on the volley as well is because more often than not, you're going to be late. I shouldn't use that word late, but you're going to make contact with the ball more behind. Now this is me just doing a demonstration, but a lot of times your racket's going to be out here towards yourself watching this video, and you'll have this natural Continental Grip, because if you use an Eastern, you can make contact out in front just like you would with the Continental. So that's one of the reasons why you would use a Continental, not the only reason, but as it is relevant to learning as a beginner here, that would be the reason why. And as you back up, as you play more tennis, I shouldn't say as you back up, but as you play more tennis, You will begin to make contact more out front. You'll be able to track the ball better. Your reaction speed hopefully will get better, and on and on and on. And you'll naturally, you should naturally change to an Eastern grip, or you can yourself just change to an Eastern grip. If you're watching this and you are a beginner, or even if you are a coach, I would experiment with the two. And just like all the other videos on beginner tennis, they try to make these hard and fast rules. These are not hard and fast rules. It is an experiment with every player, and this is how you would ideally experiment as a beginner.